Hi guys, D900Man here again from mygreatiphone.com, and we're introducing Slate004 for another Meet the iCommunity. So, hi Slate, how's things going?
Doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Not too bad, thank you very much. I hear you got your little one in the background, so we'll keep this short and sweet for you, so you can get on with family life. I know you've had a massively busy few weeks. We've been trying to get together, so we'll keep this short and sweet for you. So, first of all, Slate, how did you get into the iCommunity, and what brought you to the community?
Dude, man, I was bartending. Some random cat come in. I was a BlackBerry guy, believe it or not. Dude comes into the bar, has his 3G iPhone a couple years back. He's like, "I'm gonna sell it out. I don't like it. $100." So I handed him $100 real quick. Swapped SIM cards in it real quick just to play with it. I figured $100 iPod, why not? And then from there it's history, bro. I never put the SIM card back in the BlackBerry.
So do you own any other iDevices, iPads, anything like that?
Yeah, I've got one iPad. I got my first gen.
Rocking the first gen. I'm rocking the first gen.
Dude, it's why not? If the two had the HD display, then maybe.
I just when they announced, I bought my first gen the day before the second gen come out, and people were saying like, "Why are you doing that?" Because I don't need another device with a camera on it.
Right, I'm alright. I'm good with that.
And that's the guy's honest truth. I don't need another device with a camera on it. So, what are you going to use that camera for on an iPad? You're not going to take any pictures.
It's like I got a first gen touch, a second gen touch, two i4s, iPad, sold two 3Gs and one 3GS. So I mean, yeah, I'm around.
Yeah. So what got you into jailbreaking? Obviously, you managed to near enough swipe an iPhone out of this guy's hand. So what got you into the jailbreaking type of scene?
Initially, we weren't allowed to have home screen wallpapers, and that really upset me. So that's why I jailbroke to start with, was to have a home screen wallpaper. And then I ended up catching on to certain websites, seeing themes and stuff. Themes really captivated me. Then I caught on to the tweaking world and being able to customize my springboard. And that just set me off, dude. And I just wanted to learn everything about it. Just more.
So were you around back in the day of the iPhone 2G when it was more summer board rather than winter board?
I came in pretty much right at the start of the 3G.
Right.
Like, 2G, not so much. I think the software is probably 3.12, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, it might have been a little bit earlier, but 3.12, we'll go ahead and just say Black Rain and make it easy.
Excellent. So what's your jailbreak of choice? I mean, is there one jailbreak that you kind of stay with? I'm a Red Snow type of guy. Green Poison just doesn't really do it for me, and really anything Geohot releases is usually the first to be released if he's gonna let anything go. So I'll kind of jump on that if he does anything.
I'm definitely a big Geohot fan, but he's not around, so it is what it is. So I stick with the developers. I go with the dev team, Red Snow it up. But a couple of jailbreaks haven't been able to work for me through them, and Green Poison's actually saved my butt.
Oh, really?
I use that as well, so I really can't knock any of them.
And honestly, to be honest, I'm quite a jailbreak me type of guy as well. Fast on the fly. I mean, it's kind of if you're out and about and somebody wants their device jailbroken, like whip out, I'll do it in 30 seconds for you, and you're done.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all good with that whole concept. Comex or Comics or whatever you want to call him, Mr. Apple employee.
Mm.
I'm all good with the whole easy jailbreaking stuff, but it really brings a lot of dummies into the scene, and I really don't like that. I honestly wish it had a little trickery to it, so that just the average person won't doing it, because then it's just a headache on other people.
Do you think those type of jailbreaks bring the people in that are just into the jailbreak scene for that type of free apps?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Because it's so accessible just to swipe it. And that's the first thing people hear is, "Oh, you can get everything for free," and that's not what it's about at all. It's just frustrates me, dude. So I'm not all about the easy jailbreak. It's cool. I understand it, and I've used them. Big ups to them, but nah.
I don't think we're going to see any more of the Jailbreak Me type of stuff. Now, like you said, Comex is working for Apple. You know,
I wonder if he's going to be working against us now.
There's going to be a big hefty no more jailbreaks written in his contract. But you know, he's still tweeting, which is kind of unusual, and you know, he's still kind of round that on the edge of the community now. So we'll have to see.
Well, it's just an internship. So I mean, if something doesn't happen, he's still got the community to fall back on. I'm sure donations paid his bills for a long time, my friend.
I wonder how many little, depends on what he's doing for them, how many little back holes he's going to leave for himself.
I would be really interested to see what they got him doing up there.
I would say he's definitely doing some kind of patching their iOS, you know. That's obviously why they've brought him on board, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would assume. But did they go hunting him? Or was it a legitimate internship he applied for just out of his own self-interest? Because that's a big tell to this tape as well.
I think either way that they were never going to say no, were they?
I wouldn't.
Not to a 19-year-old. Like
it's like Microsoft and Sony, or Microsoft backing up GeoHot against Sony and all that. It's just money talks, man. You know what the kid's capable of.
It's true. So what's your big thing in the community at the moment? You're always tweeting about themes and stuff like that. Do you build your own themes at all, Slate?
I mean, I have in the past. Nothing major for release or anything, just more or less self-use. But yeah, I'm definitely a theme guy. I love them. Just being able to make your device beautiful. I don't like having people come into my shop and their phone looking like mine. It just really upsets me. I'm like, oh, no, dude, I don't want you to look like me.
Now I'm totally the other way. I'm a standard type of. I kind of like the inconspicuous kind of look of I love the jailbreak, but I like to think you don't know I'm jailbroken. You know.
I just like for people not to be able to understand how to use my phone. Where's the call button at? What's going on? I love it. I just like making people feel a little silly.
Yeah. I think I did an article on one of your projects that you're working on at the moment, Slate, and I think I named you the Godfather of Wallpapers in that article. So tell us about your millions of wallpapers. And what you always seem to be rocking a new wallpaper.
I definitely have a wallpaper.
If you follow Slate on Twitter, which is at Slate004, you can guarantee that he'll be tweeting out a new wallpaper every other day that he's rocking.
Well, I've been doing most of the uploading on the iOS-Graphix account now, so just to keep it a little simple. But yeah, me and Extreme and Zooplog, we just started up a website it seemed like me and Zoo were constantly throwing wallpaper after wallpaper at each other, and everybody in the community seemed to appreciate them and want them and act like they can't find good wallpapers. So me and Zoo just sat around, we were like, let's make it happen. Let's give back a little bit, you know, just with stuff we do for fun. Why not share it outright? You know, I mean, we're not trying to make $1 or anything. We just want to give a little something. And Extreme come up. Said he had the website for us, so we made it all happen, man. Big ups to him.
And the description on the website will be in the description bar below. So it's www.iOS-Graphics with an X.com. And how many wallpapers are you rocking on there at the moment, Slate? Is it around 3,000 mark?
It should be around 3,500, something like that. More coming in daily. I'm even trying to get other theme developers and designers or good Photoshop cats that make their own stuff to just donate in and give up their own sections and stuff at the site, so they can be honored a little bit for the work that they put in.
So what you're trying to do with this new site, is it just going to be for wallpapers, or are you going to expand it onto bigger and better things?
I think it's right now is a good stepping stone just to start out with the wallpapers. As always, you guys see the feedback that happens with what the people want, and then will I be able to provide it? You know, so yeah. I mean, it'll always be a wallpaper site, definitely first and foremost. But yeah, you know me, Ben. I got plans to go ahead and expand that on out. So I mean, we'll make it happen some way or another.
And is it wallpapers just for the iPhones, or is it for the iPads?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I tell you what, to force people to the site and to make it even better experience for them, We upload every image in its raw format. We don't splice them down to make it just like a 640 by 960 or 320 by 480 or anything of that nature. That way, if you get say a 1920 by 2200, you can shrink it down, make it fit to wherever you want on your device, and you can customize our images even more to your taste.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything's up in its raw form. You got to hunt for them. I mean, there's iPad, there's wallpapers, there's desktop images, everything. I mean, we're definitely trying to keep it going, different categories. And if anybody has any requests that they want uploaded, we're more than happy to access that and make it happen for them. So.
And are people able to upload their images, or do they need to drop you an email?
Right now, they have to drop me an email. It's just we're trying not to have any kind of porn or negative images thrown up there, and there's a lot of funny people out in the world. I'm so busy, I don't have time to just be on the site 24/7 monitoring it. So, which is
understandable. So, any particular email that they need to shoot you out to if they've got some wallpapers that they want to send it to?
I've been using Slate004 at yahoo.com for picture uploads.
And that'll be in the description below. So if you fancy sending Slate some wallpapers, whether you've made them yourself or you found them and you can't find them on his site, get them sent over to him, and they'll certainly be up on iOS-Graphix.com. So, I mean, what is your favourite tweak? You said that you're heavily into your themes and you're rocking your themes, but is there any certain tweaks out there from Cydia that you just couldn't live without? Are you jailbroken at the moment, or are you running iOS 5?
I'm iOS 5 beta 7 right now, so I'm just cleaning it up. I don't want to run a buggy jailbreak. There's never a need for that. So if not everything's working with it, then I don't need to have it at the moment. And I like to test out stuff, so I had to jump on iOS 5.
I'm running iOS 5 beta 7 as well, and it seems that the betas seem to be getting better and better. You know, the first couple were quite buggy. I don't know if you found that, especially on the iPad, beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3 kind of were crashing out Safari and a lot of the apps, but they seem to have...
I leave my iPad where it is just because they're so hit or miss with the jailbreaks themselves, but I mean, I actually did on my daily user iPhone 4, just right off the giddy up. Just let's make it happen. I mean, worst case scenario, I have to restore it back, taking 30 minutes. So,
I mean, like I said, I'm running iOS 5 beta 7, and I did a blog post on it on my great iPhone the other day, saying is the jailbreak dead? Because Apple seem to be taking a lot of the iCommunity type stuff, whether that be their ideas, their tweaks. The jailbreakers themselves. We talked about Comex, whip them away. I don't know real what more that needs to be in iOS to make it so you don't want a jailbreak. I mean, they've sorted out their notifications. Tethering's now supported. If we go way back, now they've got MMS and picture messaging. I mean, that wasn't there, and I don't know if you remember Swirly MMS. So there's all types of stuff like that. So, you know, would you jailbreak again? You know, if there is a jailbreak for iOS 5?
There's the tethered.
There is the tethered,
right,
yeah.
Or did you say, will I jailbreak?
Yeah, you know when...
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll shoot back to your question, what apps you have to have or tweaks you have to have. I mean, naturally, you got to throw out SB settings and winter border, just the essentials. But, like, my fancy fun ones, I got to have grid lock. I really enjoy scrolling board, or scrolling dock, not scrolling board. iFile is essential.
iFile is essential, yeah.
I mean, if you don't have it, you're really not jailbroken. That's just the way I feel about it. But my son's having a really good
time. He's rocking it. He's rocking it.
But yeah, I don't know. But as far as the Apple Store goes, dude, if they incorporated themes, and then each OS upgrade, they incorporated another jailbreak tweak, such as gridlocked or make SB settings a little more user-friendly for you, or just give us more options overall through the general control of our system, and then incorporate their own theme store, I don't think jailbreak would be needed at all.
This is in the article I wrote and said, I was speaking to Baba Booey about it and saying, you know, he said, you know, jailbreaking will never die off. And I said, well, think about it from your perspective as a themer. If they released a theme section in the App Store, you wouldn't be heading over to Cydia anymore, would you? You know, you'd be hitting that theme store straight away. And I think that's generally why most people jailbreak, realistically, isn't it? You know, not everybody's like ourselves or really deep into the community and jailbreak to, you know, change file systems or do this and do that. They just want it to look different, like you said. You know, nobody wants their phone to look like everybody else's out there, and theming's a great way of doing that. And I think if Apple jumped on that bandwagon like they did with the home screens, which introduced yourself, I think they could be, you know, it would be a killer for the jailbreak community. And I'm not sure whether Apple would do that or not. I don't know. What are your thoughts on them releasing a theming section?
I mean, with Tim Cook taking over, I really don't know yet. I want to see how he goes out as a CEO. Oh my goodness. I want to see what he does more as the CEO. I want to see what direction he has planned. Steve Jobs was pretty much just one track. He innovated everything. I'm not knocking him at all, but I want to see another guy that'll think outside the box a little bit more as well.
You know, it could be the direction that Apple needed to go down the iPhone with a new CEO, like you've said. Like you said, with a new CEO, you know, he might think, this is what's happening in the community, in the jailbreak community type world. Let's go down that and see how that progresses. iOS devices, because you know, Blackberries you can theme then, and Nokia you can theme then. iPhone's really the only mobile device that you can't really theme, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of setbacks. I mean, just like you said, BlackBerry's got certain tweaks. The LED indicator when you have a SMS, or just give me some status bar notification icons. You know, just some. I hate having to go, oh, I wonder if I have a missed call, and then having to go look at my phone, and then text and look at it. Any social app, look at it. I should just be able to see it instantly when I look at my device. Here's what I got to check. Here's what I got to do. We're supposed to be quick and just make it happen. Go, 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 community. So.
And I think, I don't know if you've ever used it, I was a big fan of Lock Info from Stimpy 5050, and that was one of my main reasons for jailbreaking, along with QTweeter. You know,
now it's pretty much an iOS 5.
Yeah, it is, and I can see them going down that route of, right, we'll incorporate this and we'll incorporate that, and hopefully they will take on the theming world, because I think that would be great for everybody. I just don't know how Apple would deal with, it's not the way we wanted it. We didn't want it to look like that.
You know? I mean, when it's all said and done, it's all about the almighty dollar. Everybody's in a recession right now. If you can give the average American, I mean, at least where I'm at in America, it's a major recession right now. If you could give any of these cats an opportunity to make a side income at their house, you know, make an app or a theme or whatever and upload it and make a couple extra dollars, put some food on the table, I'm all about it. Help the industry grow by bringing in everybody else. Let the common man be able to do stuff as well. I mean, still have your standards and let it go through an okay system or whatever you want to call it, but I definitely think it needs to happen.
I think they'd be stupid, maybe not an iOS 5, but an iOS 6, not to go down that route. I think that is the route that Apple definitely need to go down if they carry on with the iPhone. And I can't see any reasons why they would ever move away from that type of device anymore. You know, it's an industry standard now, isn't it? Realistically, the iPhone.
Well, they set the bar. And everybody else is playing catch up, man.
Still playing catch up after 4 years? This will be the 5th year of the iPhone. Will you be heading out for the iPhone 5? I know you and your wife have an iPhone 4.
Right. Yes, I will be getting the new iPhone 5. She always gets the new upgrade every year when it comes out, and I always have to wait. But somehow somebody messed up. My upgrade eligibility is ahead of hers this time. So, bam, I'm all over it.
So what you hoping to see for the new iPhone, Slate?
I believe I read an article from you boys this morning talking about the curved back and everything, and the square but rounded icon. But it was from you guys, right?
It was, yeah.
All right. I kind of, if that's what it is, man, I'm really excited about that. I like that they're slimming it down a little bit and making it just look a little bit more fancy.
The description to the post that Slate is talking about is entitled, "This is the iPhone 5." One of our writers found it I think we're the only site to post about it at the moment as well, other than the site that it originally came from, which isn't a well-known site. So the link to that will be below. But yeah, that curved back made of glass sounds really, really nice. In the square home button. Woo!
If you hold the 4th gen iPod Touch and then the iPhone 4 side by side, it's like breathtaking differences. So, I mean, if they can just slim the iPhone 4 down even a little bit more and make it happen, and then their new patents with the batteries and stuff that they've got coming out, I mean, I think Apple's getting ready to blow us away. Do you remember, I tell you what, Ben, do you remember back when, I want to say they were hyping up the 3GS? And then they were showing out all the prototypes of what it could be and what it could be. Do you remember ever seeing the OLED, like, credit card that was just completely see-through?
Yeah.
Apple? One day, brother.
Yeah, hopefully.
One day, I think it could happen.
Well, you know, hopefully we'll see. You know, there's just I love the mock-ups when it's around iPhone release time, because they just get crazier and crazier, and this one looks really nice. You know, just that. I think the back does it for me. That curved glass back. I think.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat that. And 64 gigabyte. This was something that people have been waiting for absolutely ages, haven't they? A 64 gigabyte iPhone.
You said 4-inch screen, right?
Yeah, 4-inch screen. Which I don't know. I kind of like the screen real estate that we have on the iPhone 4 now, and I don't know if they need to make it any bigger.
Imagine the pain for the theme designers if they got another device they have to theme for each theme.
And it will be, won't it? You know, it won't be just ported over. It'll be a whole new, a new theme concept. And we'll have to wait and see how that flies.
I do like how Apple is constantly pushing their own product. Like with iOS 5, how bad, if you don't already own an Apple TV, how bad do you want one?
I do. I do want one.
From the OS, you're like, I want to send it to my TV.
Why do I need to be able to send my YouTube to my telly? Just because I can.
I want to show off. Watch. Look at what happened.
Your phone doesn't do that. But that's what it's all about. And Apple have really got that big. Our products work well together, don't they? You know,
They do.
Their products do work well together, and you know, there's certain games that you can use the iPad with the Mac with. The helicopter game, you use your iPad as a control, or your iPhone as a control. And I just think the further they go down those lines will be absolutely awesome. And just think if they release their own Apple TV, a proper TV with Apple in. You know, I think anything to Apple at the moment is there, isn't it? You know, they've got nothing getting in their way realistically, have they?
Shoot, have you seen any pictures of the concept of the campus they're building?
Yeah, that alien mothership.
Wow.
The mothership.
I want to go hang out in it.
You know, but when you've got more money than the American government,
Yeah.
well, you know, there's no object then, is there, realistically?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what if they just buy America?
Yeah, they'll be skint then.
They'll make the money right back up. It'll be alright.
Buy American, give everybody iPhones.
Oh, nice.
They could be onto a real big winner, couldn't they? They could have buy America and then just ban every other smartphone because they'll own it. Sorry, you can't release that here.
Yeah, we'll see.
But would you consider moving to any other device other than an iOS device? Like, is there anything that's out there that's taking your fancy?
I mean, I play in my industry. I get to see a lot of the new electronics that come out and stuff. A lot of the new phones I get to be able to play with when they drop. But to be honest, Ben, I mean, I'm really stuck on the iOS. I'm not saying that other phones are just terrible and garbage, because there really is some good Android phones out there. It's just not my taste.
No.
So I mean, yeah, I'm iOS for a while.
I've had every iPhone that there has been. I've been lucky enough to have one, and they're just, even though Apple hasn't got it quite right yet. You mentioned SBS settings. You know, you should be able to turn Wi-Fi on and off without having to go into a settings menu, shouldn't you? Or your Bluetooth, for example. But other than small things like that, they've just, everything's so simple, isn't it? It's one touch, you're in your app, you know. There's not these stupid scroll 15 pages and you have to go into this bit or that bit, or there's, you know, everything's where you want it to be. Yeah, you know, it's and the touch, and before that, people had touchscreens and they didn't really work. Where the iPhone's touchscreen is just, and I think that was the bar that they raised, wasn't it?
Well, what were the original two? Wasn't it like the iPhone and the BlackBerry Storm or something like that?
Before my iPhone, I had I don't know if you had it in America, the LG Beauty.
Possibly, I did.
Yeah, you know, and I was lucky enough to actually swap my LG Beauty for an iPhone 2G. I don't know how I managed to pull that one off, but the lad said, who I swapped it with, he said he brought it from America. It was jailbroken. He tried to sync it over here, and it just updated to the newest firmware, and he wasn't technical at all. And obviously, he thought he'd bricked it. I said, give it to me, and I'll see if I can get it to work. And you have my phone. And luckily, after a bit of research, you know, a bit of YouTube, you know, nothing's ever broken in the Apple world, realistically, is it?
I mean, I've never had reports of a truly bricked iPhone.
I've never heard of a truly bricked iPhone. Not at all.
Unless it might be Zoster, but he was able to get it back on a stock OS. But I know he was in a pickle for a while.
But I've never heard of a proper, like, it's not going to boot anymore and that's it, iPhone, you know. And I've been stuck in many a boot loop and thought, no.
Oh yeah, I've been in a couple of days of boot loop.
I'm like,
what did I do?
Like, home button, power button,
something.
Foot on the table. Like, I can't do it. But you know, I think after a little bit of research, you realise you just need to take your time and patience, don't you? And it's usually you're able to work it out. But is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up, Slate?
Respect goes a long way, kids.
Especially in the iCommunity.
And you're talking to cats and stuff. Be humble about yourself. Be respectful about the help you get and what you try to receive, and it'll help you out. The community needs to get back to helping and sharing, and quit trying to have this ego boost.
And I think we haven't had any massive Twitter wars for a while that I've seen. It's been calm before the storm. You watch tonight. There'll be an outbreak.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be a part of it this time.
I'm well out of them. I've had my time.
No.
I leave them to it. I find it a little bit funny, but you know.
I mean, they're always humorous, but uncalled for every time. So even myself, I've been victim of a couple, and I've been the cause of a couple. So I mean,
same here.
I apologize, but it is. I know better.
You live and learn, don't you?
Definitely.
So I've been Dean 900 Man for Migrate iPhone. This has been Slate004. Remember to check out iOS-Graphix. Head over there, get yourself some new wallpapers for your iDevice, and we'll catch you real soon. Thanks very much.